name's William North. I run the Crawley branch of Kitchen Makeovers. I took over that branch about 15 months ago now. And yeah, it's been going fantastically. Absolutely love it. Yeah, really glad that I came on board. It's one of those things, isn't it? Everyone's got paths in front of them, right? You always think that you've got a path. I'm a chippy by background. Carpenter, sorry, I should say I'm a carpenter by background. And yeah, I sort of had a career path that I was sort of heading towards. Wanted to go out and start stuff on my own, but it's always a bit tricky starting up a company from scratch on your own. Didn't really have the capital to start investing, in a lot of stuff that you need. So I started looking at the franchise option, found Kitchen Makeovers, loved what they did, loved their product. I mean, the concept's genius from the start because it's a more sustainable way, it's less stress-free way, it just makes sense, and then the actual products that we use are just amazing. So met Matt, met Will, loved what they do, love their attitude to it. They're all about sort of supporting each other and trying to build that network, which I think is really nice, especially, not having done a business role before and being on site on tools, not really having a business mind, having that support from them has been game changing for me. I don't think I'd be where I am today without that support, definitely. And so I think professionally, obviously, because I've been a tradie my whole life, didn't have any business sort of knowledge. I mean, I did BTEC business at college, but it doesn't really sort of give you much context. So I didn't have any idea of how to run a business. I didn't have any sales training and all that sort of stuff. And then joining the franchise, they've given us sales training. I've reached out, asked for more support, asked for more training. They've helped me through that. With business development, same thing. Will's, he's got a brilliant business mind, and he's helped me in that regard as well. So professionally, that's been a massive. I've got amazing sales training now. I've got good business training. Really, really value having those sort of assets in my professional sort of toolkit, as you'd say. And then personally, I mean, going from a tradesman that sort of you're on site from 7:30 till 4:30 most days, and then you're absolutely knackered because you've been on site the whole day, then being able to actually manage my schedule a little bit, make room for hobbies and things like that, and family and all that good stuff. It's a massive, massive change. Even simple things like going to a dentist. As a chippy, if you're working on site, your day's gone basically. You book the day off. But having this freedom is I can go to the dentist in the morning, book my appointments in the afternoon, and still have a productive day's work. And as a chippy, as a tradesman, I think that everyone thinks as a tradesman you're working for yourself, right? So everyone's like, wow, it's amazing, you're working for yourself. It's like, okay, yeah, you are working for yourself as a tradesman, and that's great. But you're not necessarily running a business. It's almost two separate things. And having been a chippy for a long time, the quality of life as a chippy is tough. It's a real tough grind to make a living. To transition that into actually owning the business and running the business side of it, yeah, it's just night and day in terms of sort of the quality of living that you get out of it. I mean, I still work a huge amount, obviously, late nights and stuff like that, but it's within the parameters that I can set rather than someone else, Working for yourself as a chippy, you're still working for someone else. There's always someone bigger. There's a property developer or a builder that you're working for. At least now, I am literally working for myself, and I can dictate sort of what happens. For me, having always wanted to work for yourself, it just makes sense. One of the key milestones I think that everyone in business talks about is your first year's revenue, right? And what you can make in that first year. And I had a certain target of what I wanted to reach, and it was sort of a medium target, and people in front of say, yeah, you'll do that easily, you'll be fine. I was sort of a little bit nervous going into it. I was like, well, I'm not a salesman, I've not sold stuff before. Don't know if I will reach that, and I absolutely smashed that goal, and I was really, really proud of that. So that was a big achievement for me. I'm now in a situation where I've got fitters that I completely trust, plumbers, plasterers, electricians, tilers, the whole shebang. To have all of them in the network that I can trust and use and tap into is a massive achievement. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's a big achievement for me. Yeah, well, I think that not only is the service and the product that we're selling, not only is that an absolutely brilliant concept that it just makes complete sense, but Will, Matt and John are just very, very knowledgeable chaps. I mean, Will's got a huge amount of knowledge behind him, from running franchises to running websites and all that sort of stuff. Matt is brilliant at what he does. He does a fantastic job at bringing new people in, coaching them, molding them into fantastic Kitchen Makeovers franchises. And John has been in the kitchen industry his whole life, so that combination of these three running this franchise it's just such a big knowledge base that you can tap into, and they're easy to talk to. They're just normal guys, you know, they're not stuck up CEOs of some big company, you know, they are just everyday guys that are happy to have a chat and have been through the struggles that we've been through, so have got experience to help.